Well, Matthew's arrived, so Stuart's going to go and pick him up. There he is, parking by the walkway. Here they come. Matthew's obviously had to park his car somewhere else. They've probably put a time limit on that area there. Here we are. I've got Captain Matthew on the job. I'll go and do the part 3 video. We're coming up to Tapeka Point. Captain Matthew is fully in charge, and we're making good progress just with the jib up. Right, well, the wind seems to have set in, and looking back to Tapeka Point now. Here's Robertson Island with Lagoon Bay centre picture. Right, furling the jib. And we're going in here, a few more boats than when we went past this morning. Well, I think we'll go into this gap here. Oh, look, we've got a golf buggy here on top. Now that would be useful. Oh, we're anchored in Lagoon Bay, Robertson Island. There is the best lagoon. Coming up near high tide. Waves can break across here in a strong easterly. Right, Lagoon 42. Not immediately sure what that is. Hang on, I'll take a still and magnify. Oh, the wind's gone to the south, increased a bit. Not a problem for us, but most of the boats have now left. Here comes a large flash cat and a tourist cat whizzing past them behind. Oh, Matthew's swum to shore. Stuart's motoring to shore, and they're going to climb the hill. So just one of the boats has just dropped off a whole lot of people who are heading up. There's a wee bit of breeze out there. Just given 3 blasts of his horn, so he'll be motoring out backwards. Oh, gangplank. Just go through a fair bit of petrol with 4 big outboards on the back. Fortunately, it's easy enough to refuel at Russell. Right, so the boys have got the dinghy up, sorting out shoes, and they're off. Oh, well, we'll see them in, I don't know, 20-30 minutes. Oh, here's Stuart coming back. Oh, there's Matthew coming back. There's the commercial cat coming back. The other one's picking up its passengers. Okay, we've left sailing under jib again. Not going far. Very few boats left. We've got 5. Heading over here to Pareanui Bay. Helpful one. Share it. busy giving the anchor well a good clean. So here we are, anchored in Pareanui Bay. The side of that low saddle is a very sheltered bay that most people will go to. Copious white signs saying private property. Oh, there's looking across to Robertson Island and Lagoon Bay, where we were just recently. Behind us is this hill which is sheltering us from the wind. Well, we're still the only ones in this bay, which is nice. I quite like solitude. Had a lovely dinner, boys are doing dishes. Wind's still blowing southwest. Lovely evening, and I've been for a swim. Well, having said that, there's a yacht coming our way. That's absolutely fine. Pretty substantial cruising boat. And the power cat. And launch coming past, it's going to make a big wake. Launch is coming in here at full chat. We had a few launches come and leave because they found it too rolly, but that's a cat. And the sun's just about to go below the ridge. Clouds are moving fairly fast up there. Looks like it'll just be the three of us left. It's a nice boat, and I can see that suiting me in my old age. Wind's dying down. Boat's hardly moving at all now. I just moved these squabs towards the stern a bit closer to the cabin wall, just in case we do get a wee bit of rain. It's 6:30 on Monday. Calm night. Sails right up. Generator's still running. We'll turn it off after we got the anchor up. Right, well, Matthew's in charge again, and I'm swabbing the decks. Oh, goodbye Pareanui Bay. We're sailing along quite nicely. It's southwester at the moment. Oh, there's a good chance of a sea breeze later in the day. Well, we motored up here yesterday. Renowned Anchorage. Up there's Russell and Te Point, and we're passing between Robertson Island and Moturoa Islands. Matthew's aiming to get the sails tuned for maximum performance. So we've got to watch out, there's a reef in the middle here. I see it. We are going to pass to windward of it. It's currently sitting off our starboard bow. Right, there it is. There's 9 pin in the distance, and then Cape Wewiki. We thought we might go out around 9 pin, hoping that the sea breeze does come in to give us a downward run back again. Well, there's Robertson Island. Oh, we're past the reef. A nice wee bay just in around this corner here. Good snorkeling between the main island and the wee ones. Here's the north side of Robertson, and the low points are the entry into the lagoons. We're on the other side of Lagoon Bay yesterday. I'm not convinced on the sea breeze, so we might go over to the island over here, Black Rocks, etc. Oh, there's the beach. Oh, well, Matthew's decided we are going to 9 pin. Convinced him we're going to go to Black Rocks against his better judgment. I don't fancy a long bash uphill into 15 to 20 knots. So he's now altering course. So we're heading over here. There's Robertson Island, and we can still see the bay we came from just behind the launch. Just checking the set of the sail again. Trouble is, it's very hard to actually see it with the booms over your head from helm position when we're on port tack. We can see Hole in the Rock Island appearing from behind Red Head. So not today, 9 pin. So we're past Black Rocks, decided just carry on this direction up towards Kirikiri. We won't be going to Kirikiri. This is Moturoa Island, it's privately owned. There's Rangihawa Bay, site of the Marsden Cross, commemorating the first Christmas sermon in New Zealand. So Samuel Marsden was responsible for that, and Mum's forebear, James Priest, who arrived out in the 1830s, was a wheelwright at Samuel Marsden's Waimate North Mission Farm. Over here is Te Puna Islands, or 4 islets. A good place to stop when the wind's not from the south. This way, a long way, is Kirikiri, can't see it from here. And on the starboard side, eventually will be the entrance into Te Puna Inlet. Right, we're about at the end of Moturoa Island. More basalt outcrops. There's the Kent Passage, which separates Moturoa from the mainland. Kirikiri's in that direction. Matthew's decided we're going to go into Te Puna Inlet, which is absolutely fine. Oh, there's a view through Kent Passage to Brampton Banks. So you go through there, you got a bit of a wide berth to Brampton Banks, an old lava flow, quite shallow. And we can just see Pareanui coming into view. Pretty much looking almost towards Russell now. Kirikiri is in that direction. Yeah, a very large amount of boats on moorings now. Didn't used to be. And over and behind here is small marina. And here's the expanse of Te Puna Inlet. It's apparent wind of 14 knots. And we're doing 8. We're on a apparent wind reach, a broad reach true wind direction. I believe this is called Phantom Bay. There's a couple of even more sheltered bays on the west side as we get further up. There's Crater Bay. Other nice bays along here. We've certainly anchored before. Up here goes around the corner and quite a long way up into oyster farms and mangroves. So this bay up here with the white sandy beach is actually quite shallow. There's some interesting houses on shore, and on this point here where the wee beach is called Washing Bay by us, because that's where the first year we had Kathmandu up here we did our washing. So there was myself, Admiral, the two boys and one of their friends. The Lagoon anchor winch managed to strip its bronze gear. At least we had some energetic boys to manually wind it up. Well, it might be warm in the sun, but it's still a cold wind. Close it down. We'll probably head over to the shore off the port bow. Just getting the anchor ready. I deployed from here, measuring the depth, figuring out how much chain, and then put the bridle on. And the foredeck crew lets out enough chain to account for the bridle. Right, well, we're anchored. Very pleasant bay, not very deep. Good holding, I'm told. Stayed far enough out from shore, we still get a bit of a breeze. Because if the wind's reasonable, it's a very nice warm day. There's a yacht anchor just on the other side of this headland, and looking across Te Puna Inlet. It's 2:15. Matthew and I went for a swim before lunch. Water's pretty murky. Wind has been dying down, and I'm going to hazard as a guess say that over there is the sea breeze coming in. So I was right this morning and then wrong later on. But anyway, it's very pleasant in here. It's a bit hard to stop for anywhere for a swim and relax if you're out at Ninepin. Lots of fluffy cumulus sitting over the land. So air's going up. Cooler air comes in from the sea. And then we get our sea breeze. It was coming straight from over there. It's now moved around to, I don't know, north sailing breeze, so it's time for us to go. We pretty much started sailing instantly, just clearing this point and reef. We're heading that way. We're going to go through the Kent Passage. Passing Cowley's Bay, I think it's called. Would have been just as nice in there. Yeah, it's not exactly tropical when there's a bit of breeze and you're out of the sun, but you see it's pretty happy. Hey Stuart. Yep. We're on a broad reach. One may well ask, why have I chucked the tail of the main halyard over? Well, it's to try and untwist it. Lots of twists off the winch, and it makes dropping the main harder. And it's far too long to untwist it on the boat. Should untwist in one long length. Problem is that the twists cause it to jam when we're dropping the sail. So I got it flaked out now. It was lying with a whole lot of hocks in it before, but should be good now. Of course it's now wet with salt water, so we'll let it dry a bit. And we're just about to exit Te Puna Inlet. We're on track for the Kent Passage. Not a lot of wind, so we came from up there to Puna Inlet. As I said earlier, that's the way up to Keri. Oh, we're getting close now. Almost through. The next question is, what's the wind going to do in the lee of Moturoa Island? I'll probably spend the night in this bay over here, but as the wind's nice, we might go for a sail beforehand. Just looking back through the Kent Passage into Te Puna Inlet. Okay, Kent Passage well behind now. Over the toe, but quite deep. Brampton Banks. And there's Pai here, mid-picture, Baker Point. Matthew's overhauling this monohull. There's Robertson Island, and then Moturoa, Redhead, and open ocean. We'll go a bit further. It's about 4:45. So then we'll head back and sea breeze will probably start to die. Oh, it's the biggest yacht verging on a super yacht that we've seen. Behind it is the two-masted unstayed catamaran that we've met at Northsand, and there's a tourist boat. Mid-picture's Waitangi, and now is Pai here. Russell, and our mooring is about there, centre picture. I think I'd quite like that house there. Oh, we're going to turn around in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to call that the first proper super yacht. Don't want that too big. Well, we've tacked, and we're going to head back roughly in the direction we came from. Our mooring is that Fergie boy mid-picture between the fizz boat, or probably straight over the fizz boat now. Or probably straight over the fizz boat now. Oh, we're comfortably heading back on a close reach. Doing, well, what's the wind speed? 13 knots apparent. We're doing 6.2. Well, here's the other super yacht we've seen. So it was anchored over by Pi here. Coming up on Brampton Banks, so I thought it'd be interesting on the side scan having a look at it. That's this one down here. So it does look a bit knobbly, quite consistent with an old lava flow. Just get around to adjusting the sensitivity on the top one, because I'm guaranteeing there's not that many fish there. So we're climbing up onto the edge of the bank. Up and down a bit. It must be a flatter spot, maybe there's sand or mud there. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, we're over Brampton Banks of East Sheets. We're heading into Onewhero Bay for the night. The sea breeze is supposed to die. Could have some pretty strong southwesterlies overnight. Wind's dying down. We're down to speed over ground of under 2 knots. The sea breeze will be dying out and be replaced by the gradient wind, which is southwest. Well, here we are anchored in Onewhero Bay. There's the Kent Passage over there, and looking out towards sea. The sea breeze is dying out. We've got the generator running for the jug, but the southwest has just come in, so the wind was coming from over there. It's now coming from over here, so sea breeze is gone. Gradient wind's back.